My name's Terry Roofer. I'm president of Cold Edge.
My name is Ajay Khatri. At Cold Edge, my primary responsibilities are engineering, R&D, and also finance.
Hi, my name is Eric Lesher. I'm the operations manager here at Cold Edge Technologies.
Hi, I'm Jeff Romig. I'm a manufacturing manager, R&D.
So Cold Edge Technologies supplies cryogenic cooling systems, which are tools for researchers that do research at low temperatures. Low temperatures is in the minus 400, 420 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty cold. They use these tools to study materials for all the technology that you get into your phone or into your electronics or any industries that are based on that, like the semiconductors and all that. All the basic research starts about 20 years ahead of time. And those basic researchers are studying materials and techniques, and it's much easier for them to study these materials and techniques at very low temperatures.
We started this company in 2008, August, and our primary focus is cryogenic systems that are used by researchers in national labs, universities, and mostly by physicists and the chemists, and for the cutting edge research. A lot of our equipments go into quantum computing, and so it's very high-tech applications, and we have some very unique products that we have developed that are very well received in the marketplace.
Well, initially, there's lots of challenges when you start a company, especially when you're small, 4 people. And when it was 4 people, we managed to grow fairly quickly, and because we all had different expertise, we were able to do all the things ourselves. As we grew, we started to add people, and we couldn't do everything all of a sudden ourselves. So at some point, we've now grown to about 15, 16 people. We kind of lost control of our processes and how to manage it.
I think we all kind of agree that we just felt like we were just spinning, staying in perpetual motion and not really making that ascension that we knew we wanted to make and we knew we were capable of doing.
We realized that we needed some outside help to structure it properly, and that's the prime reason why we have started working with Cogent to give our company structure and the direction. It was an eye-opener for us because David was basically a no-nonsense guy. He came and he presented facts as they are and made us realize that things we are doing right and things that we're doing wrong. And he was able to pinpoint and say why, and showed us that taking certain action will help us improve.
David was pretty blunt. As I tell people right now, I really enjoy a guy that tells me that I'm not very good at something as part of his sales pitch, because then I realize that, all right, he's not, going to coat this in any other way except directly.
I think that's how we deal well with things.
Yeah.
We didn't really want it to be sugar-coated. We kind of wanted to know what the problems were and how to handle them. And I think he did a very good job of pointing them out and kind of giving us a path forward.
Fairly quickly after Lorenzo arrived, we got down to the things that we needed to work on. Where were our weakest points? And that became the focus of, in our case, it was planning and production so that we can ship and get revenue in an organized way.
I think the most important thing we have learned working with Cogent is staying focused on our operational side, because at the end of the day we have to make sure that our business is shipping out a certain amount of volume in order to make the rest of the business healthy, and then stay focused on how do we reduce cost and the impact of that on the profit line.
I've moved up to working at a higher level, and instead of doing, I don't go back in the test lab and actually run systems myself anymore. Let the folks that are in those areas do that. I've pulled myself back from a lot of that and focused more on the longer, down the road type of activities that need to be done so that the company can grow.
All the hard work in the beginning, I didn't think it was going to be quite as intense as it was, but knowing what we went through now and knowing what our goals are, very helpful.
For me, it gave me a lot of sense of relief that we were making improvements in areas that, I thought were, little lackadaisical. So for me, the hard work was showing. It was prevalent the whole time we were going through it. And so it didn't to me, it didn't seem like work.
Like I said, it was a very intense time, but I think we needed this, and we needed somebody to hold mirror to ourselves and say, okay, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Fortunately for us, we are technically a very strong company. We just needed the more of the business side structure, and I think that's what Cogent helped us focus on. So we are thankful for that.
So I would highly recommend Cogent to a business that's at the point in their life cycle where they're going to need help to go to the next level of business. Highly recommended.